And families of abduction victims are now urging the state to take urgent action against the growing wave of enforced disappearances in the neighborhood.
About 30 people are believed to be still missing.
If you wanted to define agony without using a dictionary, you could look at the lives of those whose loved ones just disappeared.
Every single day in Kenya, people are stopped by men claiming to be police officers. Some of those encounters are lawful, some are not. In 2024 and 2025, Kenya's own National Commission on Human Rights documented more than 89 enforced disappearances. People arrested by individuals who may or may not have been officers and never officially seen again. Denzel Omondi was a 23-year-old student at JKUAT with a future full of promise. He was last seen at the Holy Family Basilica during the June 2024 protests. Days later, his body was found floating in a quarry in Juja, a victim of the very system sworn to protect him. His story is one of many, and most of those stories share one painful truth. Most people involved do not know their rights. This video is going to change that. To understand your rights, you first need to understand who polices Kenya and how the structure works. At the very top of the National Police Service sits the Inspector General of Police, currently Douglas Kanja. The IG holds overall command of the entire service. No minister, no politician, no unofficial unit operates above that command. Below the IG are two Deputy Inspector Generals. One commands the Kenya Police Service, responsible for public safety and arrests. The other commands the Administration Police Service, responsible for borders, government buildings, and rapid response. Below them, the chain runs through senior assistant IGs, commissioners, down to regional commanders, one per former province, then county commanders, sub-county commanders, and finally, the Officer Commanding Station, or OCS, who runs each local police station. The OCS is the officer you will most often deal with. They are responsible for every arrest, every detention, and every complaint processed at your local station. There is also a fourth arm, the Directorate of Criminal Investigations, the DCI. They handle serious crime, forensics, and work alongside the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions on whether you are formally charged. The three arms of the NPS each have distinct mandates, and understanding who to deal with in any situation matters. The Kenya Police Service handles day-to-day public safety, street patrols, traffic enforcement, responding to crime reports, and making arrests. The officer in uniform you meet on the road most likely belongs here. The Administration Police Service guards government buildings, manages Kenya's border through the Border Police Unit, and deploys the Rapid Deployment Unit in emergencies and civil disturbances. They also protect critical infrastructure like airports. The Directorate of Criminal Investigations, the DCI, investigates serious crimes. They collect forensic evidence, run intelligence operations, and work with the DPP to build prosecutable cases. DCI officers frequently operate in plain clothes. This distinction matters because when someone arrests you in plain clothes with no identification, that is not standard procedure for any of these three arms. Here is something most Kenyans do not know. Under the National Police Service Act, a police officer is legally protected if they refuse an unlawful order. Section 23 of the NPS Act states explicitly, A police officer who fails to comply with an unlawful order shall not be subjected to disciplinary proceedings. A police officer must execute court warrants, arrest a person if there are reasonable grounds, provide assistance to members of the public, operate within the constitutional standards of human rights. A police officer cannot torture or degrade a suspect under any circumstances. Article 25 of the Constitution makes that absolute. Detain anyone beyond 24 hours without a court order, deny you access to a lawyer, refuse to identify themselves when asked, obey any order that violates the Constitution. Following orders is not a legal defense. The moment an officer places a hand on you, these rights activate immediately, not later, not after charging, right now. Article 49 of the Constitution of Kenya is your shield. These are your 8 rights. Right 1. Know why. You must be told promptly in a language you understand the exact reason for your arrest. We need you for questioning is not enough. Ask for specifics. If they refuse, note that refusal. Right 2. Remain silent. You are not required to speak. You are not required to answer questions. You are not required to explain yourself. Say clearly, I exercise my right to remain silent. Right 3. Call a lawyer. Immediately, before you answer anything, before you sign anything, before you make any statement, the state must provide legal aid if you cannot pay. Right 4. Inform your family. You have the right to tell a family member, a friend, or an advocate where you are and why you were arrested. Demand this right by name. Right 5. No forced confession. Nothing you say can be forced from you. Refuse to sign any document, any statement, anything until your lawyer is present and has reviewed it. Right 6. Separate detention. You must be held separately from persons who are already serving a sentence. You are a suspect, not a convicted criminal. The law recognizes that difference. Right 7. Court within 24 hours. You must be brought before a court within 24 hours of arrest or by the next available court day. Not 48, not 72, 24 hours. Right 8. Bail or bond. Unless a court provides compelling written reasons, you have the right to be released on bail or bond while awaiting trial. Demand it. These 8 rights are not favors. They are not negotiable. They are not suspended during protests, during questioning, or at night. They are your constitutional property. Let us talk about what happens after the arrest because the law draws a very precise timeline. From the moment you are arrested, the clock begins. Within 24 hours or by the next court sitting day, you must be physically brought before a magistrate or judge. The court must either charge you with a specific offense, release you, or formally remand you with written reasons. Detention beyond 24 hours without a court order is unconstitutional. Full stop. No exceptions, no emergencies, no investigations pending. Now, the most powerful legal tool available to any Kenyan, habeas corpus. If someone you know has been arrested and not produced in court, any person can walk into the High Court and file a petition for habeas corpus. This requires the state to physically produce the person and justify the detention before a judge. The court cannot refuse this petition. It is one of the 4 rights in Kenya's constitution that cannot be limited under any circumstances, not even during a state of emergency. And filing for habeas corpus costs nothing. Knowing your rights is step 1. Knowing how to enforce them is step 2. If a police officer violates your rights, you have 4 escalation options, and you can use all of them. Step 1. Document everything. The officer's name or badge number, the time, date, and location, what was said, what was done, any witnesses. Photograph any injuries. Write it down while it is fresh. Step 2. Report to the Independent Policing Oversight Authority, the IPOA. They are the civilian watchdog over every police officer in Kenya. You can call them, email them, write to them, or walk into any police station and lodge a formal complaint. IPOA must investigate deaths and serious injuries involving police officers by law, not by choice. Step 3. If IPOA is slow, escalate to the Kenya National Commission on Human Rights, the KNCHR, or the Internal Affairs Unit within the police service itself. Step 4. The High Court. File a constitutional petition directly. You can also apply for an urgent injunction if the threat continues. Courts have the power to award compensation for constitutional violations by the states. None of these processes require a lawyer to begin, though a lawyer will strengthen them. The Constitution is written for every Kenyan, with or without money. Kenya's Constitution of 2010 is one of the most celebrated in Africa. It names every right you have when you are arrested. It tells you exactly what the police can and cannot do. It even provides for habeas corpus, the ancient legal shield that says no state can make a person simply disappear. So here is the big Q. If the law is written, if the rights are named, if the courts exist, why are there still Kenyans who were arrested by men in plain clothes, driven in unmarked cars and never seen again? Are those men police officers following unlawful orders, or are they something that exists outside the chain of command entirely? And if the answer is the latter, who commands them? Think about it. And the next time an officer stops you on the street, look at their uniform, look at the badge, look for the name.